USA is going to be playing England. They actually had Will Ferrell, a comedian, talking about the game. They were asking him about it. So let me play a little piece from Will here, and then we'll get to talking about the game and the World Cup here. Once again, you guys are on the Bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. We're available on all podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that great stuff.
USA 3, England 0.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Fine. Well, look.
By the way, I just totally jinxed our team. We're like going to get destroyed by you guys.
Hey, well, look. Let's see.
It's a hard group.
It's very hard.
It's a difficult group.
But you've got the Welsh in there as well. You've got Iran in there. It's going to be very difficult, okay? Now, look, the reason why I wanted to bring this up as well was because a lot of the England players actually listen to this show in the mornings. And we... Well, they found out that you both were coming in. Well, I'm not going to lie, they had some choice words. There's a there's a goalkeeper called Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah.
And Aaron is known to be what we call in England a house.
Whoa.
Right? No, I'm not going to bleep that out. But basically, he gives it to the away fans. He gives it to the other team. He's always talking,
He's chirping.
Yes.
Chirping constantly.
And he actually had some words, some fighting talk for you, Will. Take a listen.
Hi Will, it's Aaron Ramsdale. You're a great actor and a hero of mine. I love watching your films, but when we play Your Nation on Friday, you'll be the worst actor in the world. Alf will be on the shelf, and it'll be a little less Anchorman and more man. Take care, pal.
Oh, well, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Exactly.
Bah humbug.
Mr. Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah. So, Will, I mean, you can have some choice words
He
back.
didn't know when he gave you those quotes. Aaron, you didn't realize I know where you live. And I'm delivering a bag of to your doorstep. I'm going to light it on fire, and you're going to have to stomp it out. All right, Aaron?
Any choice words for the England team at all? Should they be worried?
They're not going to sleep at night. Because they're insomniacs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good comeback. Good comeback.
It was, man. So shout out to Will there, and they had him on there, and yeah. So it's a big matchup, man, and that's also on Friday, right?
Yes.
US soccer
Yes.
and the World Cup versus England. What is your take on that game, and what do you think is going to happen as our resident soccer fan here on this show?
Well, we tied Wales in the opening game. We were up 1-0 at half. We played very well in the first half. And then we literally just shit the bed in the second half and gave up a late goal on a penalty. But we completely lost the initiative. We possessed the ball the majority of the half, looked composed. And then in the second half, they had all the ball. They had all the chances, and we just crumbled. And we're lucky to get out with a draw. This England game, for me, is going to be the nail in the coffin. We will lose to England. England's a far more talented team than we are, and I think that will effectively end our World Cup. Even if we beat Iran, I think that we're still in trouble because I think Wales is going to beat Iran as well, and we'll be in some sort of goal difference tiebreaker.
Is it as tough as a group as the England podcast?
No,
said?
I don't think it. And here's I'm disgusted by our performance. Wales is not a very good team. They have one elite player and a bunch of ham and eggers, and we lost or we tied them. That was unacceptable. We have to beat them. Iran is trash. England destroyed them 6-1.
Yikes.
England's a world-class team. They're terrific. They have one of my favorite players on the planet right now. This kid is 19 years old. He plays midfield, Jude Bellingham. He played at a club in his youth called Birmingham. They retired his number when he left at 17.
He's the next star, you think?
For England, yeah.
I mean, well, you know how soccer goes.
Well, here's the thing: like the guys that win the World Player of the Year,
Yeah,
stuff like
that's
that,
what I'm saying.
they're scorers. They're attacking players. Mbappe, this guy's Erling Haaland, Messi. Bellingham is a two-way midfielder. He literally does a little bit of everything. He's one of these guys that pops up in the right spots all the time. When he talks, he's 19 years old. He talks like he's 28 and been through everything.
Yeah.
Literally, his first start in the World Cup at 19, he scored the first goal for England. You know, but goal scoring is just one of the things he does.
Exactly.
But I love Bellingham. And I just think that England's better and they'll win the game. I hated the way we played. I thought when the heat got turned up on us, we responded poorly. And it's super disappointing because, in truth, this is the most talented U.S. team that's ever been assembled. And it's in its own way, it's the most globally experienced team. The players are young. We're one of the younger teams in the whole tournament. But we have players that are playing at good clubs across the globe, not just dudes, you know, playing in their garage in New Jersey.
Right.
And so you know, we have players that can play. And what we did in the second half against Wales was just get away from that.
Nice.
We just collapsed. And I think we'll come out kind of like we might see the Gators and Knowles go. Yeah, we'll come out fired up. We'll charge around. We'll act like we know what we're doing. And eventually I think England's talent's going to separate them, and they'll probably win 2-0, 3-1, something like that.
Who is the team? I kept seeing on social media either Costa Rica was getting blown out or they blew out somebody.
No. Spain destroyed Costa Rica. 7-0. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, no, I mean, Spain, they're very dangerous. They play in a way where they possess the crap out of the ball. They pass it, and then they kind of score goals. And the problem with Spain is if your game plan against Spain is to keep them scoreless and let them possess the ball and try to hit them on a counterattack. If they score early, you're never going to see the fucking ball again.
Oh, yikes.
And you'll spend 90 minutes chasing the air.
Yeah.
And that breaks your will. And that's what happened in Costa Rica. If this game had somehow got to halftime 0-0, maybe they lose 2-0. But Spain scored 3 in the first half. By the time they walked out for the second half, it's literally like walking into hell.
Yeah.
You know they're just going to pass the ball around.
Yeah.
And you're going to be chasing air, and you're going to touch it maybe once every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And this Spanish team, they have a lot of young, talented guys. One of the scorers today is a player named Gavi. He's I think 18 years old, youngest player to score at a World Cup since Pele in 1958. And they just have a lot of young talent. And these guys are hungry to make a big impression. It's not a veteran team like they've had in the past, you know, that might be a little funky. These guys are going for it. They're very dangerous in the tournament. But France all day, every day.
Yeah. I was just going to ask you, what's going to be the number one team? It's going to be hard to beat France.
France is my team, but no,
because of
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
But no, France is missing. So they're missing the World Player of the Year in their team. He's injured. He's not even playing, and France is still among the favorites.
Still among the favorites.
They're so deep and talented. They're great. But no, I mean, this is at the end of the day, you're looking at France, you're looking at Brazil, you're looking at Spain, you're looking at England. Those for me, and Argentina can come back. It's possible, but I think those are the big 4 teams that you're going to look at. The winner will probably emerge from one of those.
All right. Well, we'll definitely be tuned in there to the World Cup. Let's
Yes.
see what happens there.